You're so goddamn great.
We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fair to say. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello, beautifuls. This is Aromie here, and welcome back to Changeling. We're here with William. I don't know if we're still in a hug or not. Probably not, because I'm just now starting to read it, and we're not hugging anymore. But we were hugging. I finally pulled away and brushed his hair from his face. His cheeks were a little red and his eyes wet. I smiled at him. I also hope you know I'm really glad to have met you. I mean, I know we haven't known each other long, but I'm really glad. He shut his eyes and let out a long, soft sigh before he smiled back at me. Thank you. We stayed there together for a while longer, leaning against the fence and just enjoying the cool air and the sound of wind through the trees. But after a while, William straightened carefully and shoved his hands in his pocket. I should go back. My grandmother will worry, and besides, they'll be returning soon, and they'll be angry I pushed them away for so long. So that they again. I had no faces or names to associate with that they, but it seemed like their feelings, their frustrations had a lot of sway in William's life. Will you be okay? Yes, don't worry about me. I'm going to worry. You can't stop me. Thank you for listening to me today. That's my line. I really appreciate it. I feel a lot better now. I mean, still scared, but it doesn't feel quite as dire now. I feel like you listen to me more than I listen to you. No, I really appreciate you telling me your story. I know someone we can talk to about the sleepwalking. She might know what to do to keep you in your room. But I think we should tell guests too, tomorrow after school. Okay, I'm a bit nervous about that, but okay. What will you do tonight though, if you go outside again? I just won't sleep, I guess. You can't stay awake forever. I'll sleep a lot today, so it's easier to stay up tonight. And hopefully by tomorrow night I'll have some kind of solution. I mean, if it's okay with you, I'll check in with you later. Yeah, that's fine. How? Calling me? Take care of me, Chico. Thanks for coming out here, really. He shot me a sweet smile before he started back up the path. Oh, he's so cute. How can you not love his face? I knew I should be getting back too. Mom would probably be texting me if I didn't show up soon. I shoved my hands in my pocket and started back to the house, feeling somewhat better, but still pretty apprehensive for nightfall. I would just have to wait it out and hope for the best. Oh, Chapter 4, Confessions. Who are we confessing to? October 25th. I was haggard by Monday morning. I had a burp. I guess it didn't make it out. I had told William that I'd napped to make staying awake at night easier. I cannot read. The fact was that even napping was difficult. Every single time I started to drift off, I jolted awake again automatically. That feeling of falling into sleep was just so terrifying, but sleep deprivation was definitely not agreeing with me. Mom thought I was sick. Spencer hasn't said a word to me since helping me back inside that night. That was making me nervous. One good thing was that I'd managed to tell Allie what happened through text Sunday evening. Of course, the result in a frantic phone call with me explaining everything to her in hushed tones in my closet. Still, though, it was easier to deal with than her freaking out in person, and I was glad I told her. We said we'd talk more in the morning, and she also promised she'd work out what to tell guests and Violet about Spencer, something I was really grateful for. I was still feeling a little uneasy about that part. Have you slept at all? Not really. I can understand. The sleepwalking thing is pretty scary. It's not just that I'm worried about that part. Every time I start falling asleep, it makes me remember that feeling of being, I don't know, pushed out of my body and swallowed up by darkness. I just instinctively wake myself up. It sounds like it was terrifying. Putting it lightly, I was thinking about it, and I wonder if that thing was trying to possess you or something. I mean, I could be totally off, but I guess that's what I thought of. Oh great, that's what I need. Spencer having a reason to call me an exorcist. Calling in an exorcist. Ugh, regardless of what it was doing, I still don't understand what pulled me back like that. Maybe it was Spencer. And exactly how would he go about rescuing me from whatever that was? Well, you guys are twins. Maybe you think he saved me with our mystical twin connection? Could be. Yeah, I'm sure that would throw his little heart. It would. I mean, he did make the choice to help you back to the house, so regardless of how much he grumps, he clearly still cares. Look, Here's what I think. I can understand your hesitance to give guests and Vilos the full story. I know that. You don't want to deal with a major fuss over some unexplained behavior, and you don't want to drag Spencer in and everything. I think that'll be fine no matter what you tell them. I trust them both, but I understand you need more time to get to know them, so why don't we just say you were out for a walk? That way you can tell them about the attack without getting into any personal issue of yours, at least for now. Think they'll buy it? They're always willing to buy an excuse that makes one of us look like we made a stupid choice. Charming. I hope you know they're going to lecture you about it a lot, even more if and when they find out the truth. I can't handle lectures better than complete strangers prying into my life. Oh, I can. Sorry, not can't. Any prying would be out of concern. I get it. I've dealt with people prying out of concern before. In the end, it doesn't matter if they pry out of concern, curiosity, or anything else. The result is the same. This isn't the same. It wouldn't be like it was back then. Fine, I get it. Thank you for helping with this. You don't have to look that relieved. I'm your friend before I'm their intern. Glad to hear that. And on the topic of sleepwalking, I think I know who William had in mind when he said he knew someone that might be able to help. It's probably Shelly. And well, she's the only person I can think of too, so I kind of reached out to her this morning, asked her opinion without giving her any major details. It sounds like she has some ideas. And look, I was thinking, we haven't really had much chance to hang out since you got back. I mean, really hang out. Just you and me. I'm going to have some free time on Saturday. I was thinking maybe I could come over for a bit. I have a request. What the fuck? Why would I say that? I really like that. I gave her a grateful smile. She knew me way too well. I'd really like that, actually. I mean, if you aren't too busy. They always let us rest up the day before Samhain, since we'll be up late the night after. Good to hear they're not literal slave drivers. They're not. I mean, it's nothing like that. It's work we agreed to, and we do get paid. They're so understaffed anyway, so helping out is really for everyone's benefit, and it's nice to be able to feel like we're making a difference. Allie gave me a sidelong look. Maybe after the holiday we can see about you starting to help out too, with more than just the basic club stuff of running around the school making sure other students aren't being dorks. I wasn't sure I even wanted to. What if attacks like the one I had experienced were just par for the course? I can handle that happening all the time. Then again, maybe the issue was just that I didn't know how to defend myself. But I shouldn't have to constantly be on guard defending myself. That wasn't how life was supposed to be. Michiko? Oh, sorry, I was just really tired. Anyway, yeah, we can talk about that. Right now, I'm just really looking forward to the holiday being over and done with. Me too, for sure. When we arrived at school, we both headed up to the club. Allie had already told the office she'd be a little late. Once there, we found... Ooh, hello, pretty lady. We found William sitting... And William, of course, obviously. William sitting on the sofa, and one of the black chairs. Wing-back chairs was Shelly. I'd seen her in the library a few times, but didn't really know much beyond her name. And that she was a witch, like Allie. I like her outfit, it's cute. She looked up and smiled at us when we entered. I guess she was waiting for us. Worry instantly flashed on William's face when he saw me. Hey Shelly, thanks for stopping by so early. I would have been here or in the library anyway, so it's alright. Michiko, I don't know if you two have officially met, but this is Shelly. Hi there, it's nice to finally have a proper introduction. It's nice to meet you. Michiko, I gave him a tired smile. You haven't been sleeping at all, have you? Oh, he looks angry at me. I shot Allie a sheepish look. Well, it was kind of harder than I anticipated. Anyway, hopefully we can fix that if we remove one of the major concerns. I think I can help. I didn't have a whole lot of time to put things together, but I came up with something. Like I mentioned before, Shelly's a witch too, but like me, she's known about it her whole life, so she has a lot more experience. And she specializes in potions and things like that. Potions? Okay? Not sure how that was going to help, but it was definitely open ideas. I'm no expert at this specific kind of thing, but I did have an idea about how to keep you confined at night. It just took a little research to put it together. Ugh, I really want to stay for this, but I need to run. I'm sorry. It's fine. Go file away all the things. We can handle it. Okay, let me know how it goes. She made a hasty retreat, leaving me with Shelly and William. Shelly reached into her satchel and pulled something out, handing it over to me. It was a small black pouch with a drawstring closure. Curious, I opened it and dumped 2 glass bottles into my lap. What are these? The one without the ribbon has some traditional fairy beans in them, St. John's wort mainly. They're sometimes used to keep fairies out of places, so I thought if you sprinkled it in your door, it might help keep you in. St. John's wort. I'm allergic to that. I stopped. Wait, allergic? I mean, I'd always thought it was an allergy. We'd had a ton of St. John's wort growing wild out in the woods behind our old house. I couldn't remember it so much when I was really little, but at some point I realized it burned me if I touched it. It never left welts, but touching it felt like touching a stinging nettle. Is that really an allergy? Or was it because it was a fairy bane? I wasn't sure how to take that, really. I hadn't really ever considered things like fairy banes applying to me. Okay, so what's the other one? Well, you'll have to get out of your room at some point, so you need something to dispel the other one. That one has bluebells, thyme, and some other fairy flowers that should help counteract the first one. I thought it might be less messy to make an infused oil or water. You could spritz it in the doorway, but infusions take more time to create, and William said you needed it quickly. I needed at least a week to properly infuse some oils for you, but a water infusion wouldn't take as long. An infusion would also let you do it without having to touch the fairy bane. You may want to use gloves when you do that, by the way. Noted. In any case, we can try this for now. If it works, maybe we can consider something else later. I was thinking the same thing. Do I, owe you money? No, it's fine. You don't owe me anything. This is just a favor for friends. She shot William a smile. Thank you, Chalet. I really appreciate this. It's not a problem at all, but just so you're aware, this isn't a long-term solution. If this keeps up, tell someone more knowledgeable about this sort of thing than I am. I'm good with potions, but fake potions are beyond my expertise. Fake potions? Huh? I assumed that was what Allie had told her, at least for now. I know I will. I'm just hoping I can make it through the holiday. Things will calm down for everyone by next week, and we'll be able to take a closer look at it. It's only a week. It's only a week. I kept telling myself that, but I knew a lot could happen in a week's time. I'm going to go to the library to read for a while. I hope everything works out for you, Michiko. I'm sure it'll be fine. I hope. Thanks for this. I really appreciate it. I'm glad I could help. She gathered her things and left me alone with William. We slipped the jars back into the black pouch, noticing that even through the glass, just touching the one with St. John's wort burned a little. I settled back against the sofa with a long sigh as I glanced at the clock. About 20 minutes before the bell. Man, I could really use a power nap. Then why don't you try to sleep here for a while? It's not like I haven't tried to sleep a little. But this time I'll be right here. I won't let anything happen to you. I don't... It's weird sleeping in front of someone else. I won't watch you. I'll just be here. Oh, this is so cute. Okay, we still have time. Covering Danny. Lay your head on a pillow, lay your head on the back of the sofa. Decide you don't need a nap. What are these choices? Lay your head on the back of the sofa. Pillow? If I put my head on a pillow, can I use his lap as a pillow? I could try anyway. I wasn't sure how much sleep I'd be able to get, but I wasn't sure I was going to make it through class with how I currently felt. Okay, just wake me up before the bell. I will, don't worry. Trying to ignore that he was right there, I leaned over and laid my head against one of the pillows. I shut my eyes, but paranoia got the better of me. I opened them and looked up at him. He'd opened a book and was reading again, but looked my way when I shifted. He smiled gently. Don't worry, I'm not watching. Okay. I laid my head back down and shut my eyes. Of course, as soon as I was actually trying to go to sleep, a million thoughts were running through my head, keeping me awake. The attack, Spencer, talking with Allie in the car, potions, her insistence we tell guests and buy something. Anxiety about how that would go. I sighed. William shifted again and suddenly his weight was gone from the sofa. I opened one eye and realized he was right in front of me, crouching down. What are you? It's okay. He gently touched my forehead. Just relax. William, you're so goddamn great. I don't know if that's a good choice though, so let's go back. Put my head on the sofa. I laid my head back against the... Okay, music change here. I laid my head back against the back of the sofa and slouched down as I pulled a pillow on my lap. Be sure to wake me up before class. I will. And definitely wake me up if I start snoring. He smiled at that. I will. I shut my eyes hesitantly, thinking I still wouldn't be able to sleep. Maybe it was just because William was next to me, but for the first time in days, I felt myself relax completely. I drifted into a gentle dream where everything was warm and soft. There was nothing dark or cold. No voices were eerie singing. There was a pleasant smell like cinnamon and apples. Everything was sort of indistinct and fuzzy, but it was comfortable and it was safe. Something made a gentle murmuring sound as I snuggled into it. The warmth itself around me. Wait, what? The warmth wrapped itself around me, and I knew that somehow everything would be okay. Excuse me? Annoying person talking. I wasn't aware this had become a bedroom. Shut up. Oh my god, was William cuddling us? That is so cute. A sudden clap jolted me into the world of waking. Violet was standing in front of us holding a heavy book out in front of him. I glared at him, head still somewhat foggy. I glanced at William, who was also just sitting up. His hair was all mussy, and he looked like he must have dozed off as well. It is not past time for the two of you to be in class. Is it not past time? Past time? You mean time passed? I don't know. I glanced at the clock. Oh shoot! The realization we were late sent us both scrambling for our things. Class started nearly 15 minutes ago. How had we both slept through the bell? Sorry, I haven't really been sleeping well. Milos did not seem interested in my excuse since we hadn't yet told him what happened. He was less than sympathetic. I'm sorry, I was supposed to wake you up. Oh shit, and we're out of time. I believe that was the better choice because the music changed and we felt warmth around us, so I'm assuming William probably hugged us as we slept. I don't know because he said this wasn't a bedroom. Vilo said that. I don't. Anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Touch it, touch it, touch it.